All right, short and sweet tonight. This is the watch list video for Friday, June 14th. I'll start off with the SPY, just a kind of a quiet day. Couple highlights from today. WHLR, Eon in chat posted the idea right over this sideways area here through the hole number 3 was his idea, which was right there. And look at that, within, I don't know, 30 minutes, 422. Amazing call. He's been really, really valuable in the room. I gave the GameStop idea over 28 right here. And we got pretty quickly to 29, like a quick buck. And that one paid pretty nicely too. It was actually my best trade of the day. I didn't have a lot of good trades today, so that was my money maker, and still didn't get me back to green on the day. So that's kind of day I had. All right, let's real quick go into what we're watching for Friday. Hang on one second. Let me put out the not disclaimer, but the explanation. All right, there it is. Please pause the video and read that if you've never read it. Explains what we do in the chat room. All right, so Zillow holding up really well. That's the letter Z. SDIG, I like the looks of this, kind of have a cup and handle forming there, right? IPW, let me back out to the 1 year chart. Nope, that is 1 year. IPW had this nice pop, came back down, and is right back up near recent highs. AEMD, kind of interesting for a penny stock, right? It had this pop back here and it's starting to curl back up. NVOS had this nice pop, came back down sideways and curling back up a bit. So that one's kind of interesting. All right, so that's NVOS. BNED, I don't know what to think of this chart. Must be splits involved in something because there's no way it was, 130 something back here or 226 back here. But biggest volume day in quite a while. If you zoom in, you get all these days down. And it's really kind of a narrow range compared to some of these. But because of the volume, I think it could be interesting tomorrow. Again, it's definitely a weird chart. But we're going to watch that one tomorrow. Let's see. GameStop is on watch because it's GameStop, right? Do you need another reason? All right, so what's next? GameStop, NXL topped out at exactly $1.50. So those, anytime we have half numbers, quarter numbers, whole numbers as a high, they become a little bit more interesting to me. And that one had good news today. BMEA, kind of an ugly chart, has this huge gap down, and right, it's kind of coming up into this gap, but it did have good volume, and it kind of a strong move. Again, not a pretty chart, but I noticed it today. Somebody pointed it out, so I'm going to put it on tomorrow. Put it on the watch list tomorrow. BNAI had this pop and just straight sideways ever since. I've kind of been watching this thing the last several days, and I really, to be honest with you, I hate the way it trades. But if we can get a clean break above this area, it could get busy to the upside again. All right, UNFI had a nice pop back here. We're now 4 or 5 days in a row down now into the buy zone between the 8 and the 20. So a possible turn back up tomorrow. GRRR, speaking of, GRRR, ugly charts. This is just straight down for like a week now. I'm just looking for maybe a snapback bounce, but it's oversold for sure. SMLRs had a really nice run. You got a couple red days in a row, so I'm going to treat that as a bounce play. I should say potential bounce play if we get a setup. RNG, couple big days down to take out these recent lows, but when something falls this far to take out recent lows, a lot of times you get a snapback bounce where people short, right, as it breaks these lows, and then they get caught on the wrong side. So we'll see if we get a bounce play set up. And then lastly, VXRT, ugly daily. But in after hours, it went up to $1.88. As I'm talking right now, though, about a half hour left in the after hour session. It's at $1.19. So anyway, potential gapper tomorrow, and we'll add other gappers to the list like we always do in the pre-market. That's it for me. I'll see you in chat.